Hello guys, welcome to this lecture. So in this lecture, we're going to see how to pass functions as arguments in Python. So let's get on with the example. So this is the example. So you can even call it a task since there are some exceptions over here. So let's get on what's given over here. So in this, I have to use two numbers. So if you add them, I have to get the answer as 7. And if you square the number, I have to get it as 49. So whatever answer I get, I have to square the number. So the main exception is this one, which is I have to use only a single function call. That's it for the explanation. Now let's get on with the program. So let me define the function. Let me just add it. So I'm going to name it as add_off, and let me use the arguments as x and y followed by a colon, and I'm going to return x plus y. So now I'm done with the first part, that is two numbers. So if you add them, I have to get 7. So I have just initialized it. Moving on to the next, which is def. Let me use it as square. So this is the second step, which is I have to get the square of the number. So I'm gonna use only a single argument, which is z. So in this case, I'm gonna return it as z into z. So whatever answer I get over here, I'm gonna square it up. So now moving on to the third. So in this, I have to use only a single function call. So I have to call the function only once. So if it is twice, it will be easy. Like if you just use this once, and if you just give this, and that's it. So this is not the answer actually. So I'm just explaining that what if this exception is not there in this example. So if it is not there, you can use it this way. So the third point is the most important one. So this is how it explains how to pass on functions as arguments in Python. So moving on, which is, let me take the function square first. So square of. So instead of giving the number for z, I'm going to give it the function name, which is add_off. So let me just bring in the parenthesis of add, and let me just give the numbers for this. So in this case, the two numbers, let me take it as 6 and 1. So you can even use 5 and 2, 4 and 3. So it's actually the user's choice. So in this case, I'm going to use 6 and 1. So to get 7, I'm going to use 6 and 1. So if you just add them, I'll get 7. So what this program means, so if you just use square, and if you just use add inside this, so whatever value you get, you're going to square it up. So this is what it actually means. Now, the most important part that you have to keep in mind is, whenever you're using return, you have to assign a variable to it. So in this case, I'm going to assign result. Now, let me just print result. That's it. Let's check the output. There you go. We have 49 as the answer. So in this case, what it does is, let me bring in my comments. So I've taken value 1 as 6, and I've taken the value 2 as 1. So it just adds up, giving me 7. And in this case, what it does is, since I've used add inside the square, so it takes this value, which is 7, and it just squares it up. So which is 7 into 7 yields me 49. So this is how the function works. So let me take another number, and let's see whether it can give me the square of it. So let's take 2 and 3, and if you add 2 plus 3, we're gonna have 5. So 2 plus 3, we're gonna get 5, and over here it's gonna be 5 into 5, which is 25. So let's check whether we are getting this 25 as the answer. There you go, we have 25. So this is how you pass functions as arguments. So that's it for this lecture. Thank you.